viewers, welcome to the African News Update on Top Accolade News. The headlines: Mozambique faces tension ahead of protests. Rwanda closes embassy in Maputo as Mozambique prepares for protests. Young farmers in Botswana hope for agricultural revival under new government. South Sudan and Ethiopia agree on major road construction projects. In politics, Mozambique faces tension ahead of protests. Tensions are rising in Mozambique's capital, Maputo, as soldiers and police patrol the city ahead of planned protests against election results that opposition leaders claimed were fraudulent. The unrest follows the October 9th election, where the ruling Frelimo Party's candidate Daniel Chapo claimed victory with 71% of the votes, but opposition leader who contested the result has called for a mass protest today. Since the vote, Mozambique has seen violent clashes with at least 18 protesters killed and widespread reports of police using excessive force. Many areas of the capital remain deserted, with schools, shops and businesses closed. The government has imposed internet restriction, raising concerns about the suppression of opposition. The United Nations has expressed alarm over the growing violence, while the Southern African Development Community is set to hold an emergency summit later this month to address the crisis. Still in politics, Rwanda closes embassy in Maputo as Mozambique prepares for protests. Rwanda has temporarily closed its embassy in Maputo and urged its nationals, particularly traders, to stay at home and refrain from opening businesses as protests against Mozambique's election results escalate. The government in Mozambique has warned it will deploy the military to suppress what it fears will turn into violent riots. Opposition groups have suspected electoral fraud, fueling protests and anti-Rwanda sentiments following claims that Rwandan defense forces were involved in suppressing unrest, an accusation both Rwanda and European Union have strongly denied. Western embassies in Maputo have called for calm, urging Mozambican government to respect the right of peaceful protests and show restraints. Shifting focus to economy, young farmers in Botswana hope for agricultural revival under new government. Young farmers in Botswana are optimistic that the country's new government will breathe new life into the agricultural sector, which has long been overshadowed by the diamond industry. Farmers who grow vegetables are struggling to expand their markets and secure fair pricing for their produce. With the country's diamond revenue in decline, the new administration under Dumaboko faces the challenge of diversifying the economy and prioritizing agriculture. Farmers who feel the sector have been neglected under the former ruling party are calling for better market access, stable pricing, and increased investment in agriculture from banks and businesses. As Botswana's economic growth forecast for 2024 drops, there is a growing urgency to focus on sustainable agricultural development to ensure the country's long-term prosperity. Now in infrastructure, South Sudan and Ethiopia agree on major road construction projects. South Sudan and Ethiopia has signed an agreement to construct a key highway connecting South Sudan's Upper Nile region to Ethiopia's region. The project, which is set to begin next year, will improve transport links between the two nations. The deal, finalized in May 2023, is expected to enhance trade and connectivity not only between South Sudan and Ethiopia, but also to Uganda as part of a broader transport corridor. The initiative comes as trade between the two countries have been steadily increasing, with both sides seeing a rise in exports. South Sudan Minister of Roads and Bridges hailed the project as a milestone for the people of South Sudan, while emphasizing the importance of regional cooperation. You are watching the African News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. In cybersecurity, Ghana faces alarming surge in cyber attacks. Ghana has become the most targeted country in West Africa for cyber attacks, particularly distributed denial of service attacks, which overwhelm network and disrupt services. In the first half of 2024 alone, the country recorded over 4,700 DDoS incidents, with the computer services and telecommunication sector being the hardest hit. Other West African nations like Guinea and Nigeria are also experiencing significant DDoS activity, often targeting critical infrastructure like telecommunications. Experts warn that the rapid digital growth across the region requires stronger localized cybersecurity strategies to protect vital systems. With West Africa's economy increasingly reliant on digital infrastructure, the need for enhanced cyber defenses has never been more urgent. Shifting focus to health, Rwandan MP calls for regulation of cosmetic surgery. In Rwanda, a member of parliament, Claude Mazimpaka, has called for the regulation of cosmetic surgery, citing its growing popularity, particularly among the youth. Speaking on November 5th, Mazimpaka raised the issue during a session where the Minister of Health, Dr. Sabin Nsanzimana, introduced a draft law regulating healthcare services. While acknowledging the rising demand for procedures like breast augmentation, liposuction, and facelift, Mazimpaka suggests that regulations should be included in the law to address concerns surrounding body modification. Minister Nsanzimana responded, noting that the law primarily focuses on urgent healthcare needs, such as reproductive technologies, but assured lawmakers that the regulation of cosmetic surgery will be considered as the healthcare landscape evolves. Now in entertainment, Claude celebrates first SA Music Award win. Just one day after winning her first South African Music Award for R&B/Soul Music Album of the Year, rising star Claude took to the stage at the House of Vans Festival in Johannesburg. The 25-year-old singer, known for her hits like Glory and Water, shared her excitement with fans, reflecting on her journey and expressing gratitude for the recognition. "It still feels unreal that I won," she said, recalling the surprise moment when she found out on the red carpet. Claude's performance, full of soulful energy, left the crowd in awe as she joined other talented acts at the festival. In sports, Orlando Pirates winger faces loan move. Orlando Pirates winger Katlego Otladisa, who joined the club from Marumo Gallants in July 2023, is reportedly facing a potential loan move in January after struggling for game time at the Soweto Giants. The 27-year-old has made just 9 appearances for Pirates, failing to score or assist. According to reports, 2 clubs have expressed interest in signing him on loan. His agent confirmed that he is eager for more playing time, especially as competition for spots at Pirates is fierce. While discussions with Pirate management are still pending, the winger's future may see him leaving the club temporarily to regain form and minutes elsewhere. That concludes our African news updates for today. Stay tuned for more African news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Okocha Ojo-Arumi. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.